What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. This is going to be a general message for the sign of Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We'll take a look at your overall energy and situation, all the stuff going on inside of it, intentions, outcome, and all that good stuff. So, I hope you guys are doing well. This is a general message, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Place yourself in the story as you see fit, and yeah. Let's see what we have today for the Aquarius Collective. All right. Can we have the overall energy for this Aquarius Collective tuning in today, please? Overall energy, please. Two of Cups coming out reverse. Queen of Wands. The Devil. The Devil. I'll get one more. Okay. Hierophant. Bottom of the deck we have Five of Wands, Queen of Swords, Seven of Cups, Seven of Coins, excuse me. All right, Aquarius. Seems here that someone is learning a lesson in this connection that you're in about what happens when you, it's like a grass is greener on the other side. However, I think that, certainly the fallout of whatever connection you're in, whether it's platonic, romantic, or even like a work relationship, has been severed because someone has chosen to step out of it because they saw like a new shiny thing, and even though you guys may have had a really genuine connection, they chose to go after that. But this is not everything is as we see. Not everything is as it seems all the time. And even though the grass looks greener on the other side, sometimes it's, it's just an illusion. And so I think either you or this person is learning about what happens when you sort of go behind someone's back or step out of a connection that, even though you know is in alignment to you, you still are almost like being selfish in a way. But I think this is more so, I think the fallout has definitely already happened. I think the choice has already been made, or maybe someone is considering making the choice to step out of a connection for something they think is more, I don't even want to say more in alignment. It's just they think this is like, they just have to have this thing for whatever reason, or this person, or like you and your friends agree not to go somewhere, and then you decide or they decide they're gonna go anyway. It's something like that. But this is a lesson in the end, because with the Hierophant here, some sort of spiritual lesson, or yeah, you could be dealing with a Taurus, a Capricorn, Aries, Leo, Sag, or water signs. But let's get some more on this. Let's get some more. Tell me about the Two of Cups reverse, please. Seven of Swords. You cannot make it up. Tell me about the Queen of Wands, please. Ace of Swords. Tell me about the Devil. Devil. Why is the Devil here? Why is the Devil here? Death. Good job. And tell me about the Hierophant, please. Tell me about the Hierophant. Hierophant is clarified by Six of Swords. All right, bottom of the deck we have the Sun, Ace of Pentacles, and the Strength. So Aquarius, either you are making the decision to sort of go behind someone's back and like ease your way out of the connection, or it's this other person. I don't really have a sense of who is who in this framework. We can get more later. But yeah, someone is making a strategic decision to go behind someone's back for the betterment or for the interest, like it's a self-serving interest, because either they may feel like the dynamic between you all is toxic, or like a power struggle in a sense, or they just are really obsessed with the idea of having their cake and eat it too. However, I think the minute that the decision is made, it's almost like instant karma. Now, I don't want to be, not karma in the sense that like not karma in the sense that like eye for an eye, tit for tat. I think this is going to be more of an internal thing that like say you're in a committed relationship with someone and your partner goes out and steps outside of you guys' relationship, and it's like the minute that they get with this person or kiss, you know, the person that they're stepping out on you with, it like instantly, like they can just like feel like everything in them is just like breaking down, and it's like like holy F, like they're gonna know they messed up, effed up the minute that they engage with whatever this devil represents. So I think in the end, this will not only sever the connection, it will teach. This is like almost like a lesson of boundaries, someone crossing them and facing the repercussions of them. So again, place yourself in the story as you see fit. Whether you're the person stepping out or getting stepped out on, there's something about someone's in it for themselves. Someone's in this connection for themselves, or not in this connection for themselves. Someone's making this choice, a selfish decision for themselves, and it's all self-serving. And I think even though you may be showing up as this Queen of Wands, Ace of Swords, very sharp, very magnetized, very optimistic, grounded, you know, like this person could care less because they are so focused on this shiny new toy that they found that it's like all the history or everything that you guys share together could they couldn't give two F's about. I don't want to curse, but yeah. All right, let's see ooh, Jesus Christ. Let's see the person that you're dealing with, Aquarius. See how the cards fell out like a mess? Maybe this is a messy situation, child. Okay. What is the person that Aquarius is dealing with? Talking about the person that Aquarius is dealing with. Magician. Could be a Gemini or a Virgo. King of Cups. Three of Cups. Just saw Page of Swords. One more, please. Five of Swords. Bottom of the deck, Nine of Cups, Seven of Coins, Four of Wands. Three of Cups, Five of Swords. Okay. I think Aquarius, this person could either, I think this is like a very charismatic individual, a very friendly individual, and sometimes people cross boundaries unknowingly, or like I think this person might be a person that sort of crosses your boundaries or does things unknown, just like subconsciously, that make you uncomfortable, specifically when it comes to how they interact or engage with other people, where you might feel that you are like left on the back burner. I don't think they necessarily, this is like a intentional thing they do in a sense. I just think that in whatever sort of dynamic that you all are in, like say this person, like you guys are out together and they see their ex, they're going to like go up to their ex, have a conversation, da da da. And I mean, everyone's different. I don't think it's a problem to, as long as you know, like none of your personal boundaries are being crossed, then I feel like it's not necessarily a problem for your partner to, if you see, you know, you guys just have a friendly hello. But it seems like this person kind of takes it almost too far, and it makes you uncomfortable. And because I do think this person has some sort of like aura, or just very like, this is the type of person that can really get along with anybody. And I think that you probably take issue with that, because it seems like they don't prioritize you or prioritize the connection. Like, even though they might say like, you know, words of affirmation or things, I think their actions possibly contradict what they tell you. So this could certainly be you, Aquarius, stepping out of the connection, because I wouldn't necessarily say you're uninterested. I would just say more so that your needs aren't getting met to a certain extent. However, I do think that this is going to, if this is you, Aquarius, stepping out, it's going to like trigger something internally within you. So it's not going to be necessarily a smooth transition. This is going to be more of like an uphill battle type of thing. We're going to get a few more on this person though. Tell me about the Magician. Tell me about the Magician, please. The Fool reversed. Five of King of Cups. The Lovers. By the Three of Cups. Ace of Wands. And why is the Five of Swords here? The Moon. Bottom of the deck, we have the Sun, Nine of Cups, Seven of Coins. Again. Okay. Yeah, it's like their words or what they do sort of contradict. There's something about their, I think one person like triggers the other person in this connection, whether it's you or them. Something about, I feel like in this other person's energy, even though like, again, you may feel the love, or they may say that they're in pursuit of you and try to show you that they're doing so. I think that when you guys get around people, or when you're just in bigger environments where when it's not just you two, that's when the jealousy or some sort of like competitive dynamic starts to unfold between you all. Because like the Magician to the Fool versus like a push and pull, it's like knowing that you need to do something, but then like still not being able to do it. Like it's like it's like trying to start a car without a full tank of gas. Like I have the wheels, I have the vehicle to do so, but I don't have the fuel in me to actually do it. I mean, the King of Cups are the Lovers. Again, this is like a very charismatic person. This is someone who is very, I feel like, bright and like almost like happy-go-lucky in a sense, just like kind of everywhere and everything all at once. And I feel like this is where the boundaries get sort of blurred, because it's like, if we're in a connection, or if we're, if you value me, then you shouldn't necessarily feel the need to try to be so I mean, it's not bad to be a friendly person, but I don't think that you appreciate their need to sort of engage or entertain with so many people, because it almost can appear like they're keeping their options open. So maybe in return, you are being like, okay, well, I see how they're moving. It's almost like I feel a funny feeling. Let me save myself before things get bad, because then we have the 5 of Swords to the Moon, and it's like one of you is, again, triggering the other person on like a deeper level, and it's like sort of bringing up some insecurities or wounds or whatever inside of you. So I don't think you guys are on the same page at this time, at the time of you watching this. So, what are this person's, see their intentions. What are this person's intentions towards Aquarius? Queen of Cups. Six of Wands. Queen of Coins. Okay, their intentions are Queen of Cups, Six of Wands, Queen of Coins, Eight of Coins reversed. Bottom of the deck, Seven of Wands, Three of Coins, and the Three of Wands. Aqua. I think this person would like to have your undivided attention, but I also feel that, like, even though once they get it, there's just something not connecting. Like, I think this person wants to have some sort of romantic endeavor with you, or just want to like have that mutual exchange of feelings and like wholesomeness, but there's a disconnect here, and like I feel like they don't really know the way to go about it. I feel like also this relationship dynamic is something new, or maybe unordinary, like something that they're not really used to. Not necessarily like you guys are like incompatible. It's just like maybe you guys aren't each other's normal types, or you guys do really different things. So where there's some sort of something like that here. So I feel like even though this person really does care for you on some level and wants to be recognized by you, I think that, again, there is some sort of disconnect when it comes to just the overall nitty gritty of like you guys being like in alignment with each other, and like yeah, being there for each other. Because like I want to win Aquarius, but I don't really know how. And even though the things I try to do to show them that I like them, they don't really seem to either appreciate them, or it's something, it's a dynamic like that. And I'm not saying like this is bad, like you're doing anything wrong necessarily, Aquarius. I just feel like if you guys are in some sort of relationship and you know that you're going to, you just kind of feel this gut instinct of like, it's not gonna work out, or you don't see it's benefiting you as of right now, then I feel like you should just at least give them the clarity, or just have that conversation with them to be like, hey, I gotta go, deuces. And Aquarius is a very, it can be challenging to connect with Aquarius, because I know like so much of it is mental and intellectual, and if you're not getting that stem, then you will become uninterested. Okay. All right, what's the potential outcome of the situation? What's the potential outcome? 6 of coins. Excuse me. The 3 for the potential outcome. This is too much. Two more for the potential outcome, please. 8 of swords. And one more. So for the potential outcome, we have six of coins, 8 of swords, 5 of cups, bottom of the deck, King of wands, 5 of wands, 9 of cups, and the tower underneath. So I think, Aquarius, whether you choose to or not to tell this person that, like, you this is just not making sense for your life right now, it's going to be different for all of you. Maybe some of you will try to give this person like a heads up, maybe others of you won't, but I think if you do or you don't, its decision is going to kind of be conflicting with, like, there is going to be some emotional dissatisfaction that you feel on your part, however that you choose to handle this. So I don't say that to like scare or fearmonger. It's just kind of the truth of the matter. Like, even though sometimes we can really like or care from someone, you don't want to disappoint anybody in a sense, especially when you guys have like some sort of shared history together. But also, I think you understand that this dynamic is not really working at this moment. And so I just think it's important for, of course, prioritize yourself, but if you do care about this person, even if you guys know, if you guys are partners and you choose not to be with them anymore, but you still want to maintain some sort of friendly dynamic, there will be discomfort in the beginning. Not that it can't be worked out, but like it's easier if the hard things, like you have those hard conversations to create mental clarity on both sides, rather than just acting in a way that's self-serving. But again, the situation is different for all of you. There could be other things influencing the way that you are going about this, but I do think the outcome is going to be a little shaky, a little messy at first. And maybe even some of you will do the right thing, but kind of feel bad for doing it. But I mean, if you know, or you feel that you are at least giving this person a heads up to let them know, like, hey, I'm kind of out of here. Like, you can feel like crap for doing so, but a lot of people would rather that than find out that their partner has been stepping out on them, or their friend has been talking behind their back, or even this is a work situation, like, say you work with this employer for a really long time and you're switching jobs, you don't want to just have them show up and like your office is just completely wiped. I think that they kind of it would help them more if you, it would help both of you if you give the heads up, but it's up to you. Any advice for my Aquarius in this tricky situation? Any advice? Page of Swords. Ace of Pentacles. The Empress. Bottom deck, 4 coins, 4 cups, 3 swords. I think that before choosing your next steps, that you should just really kind of be like the eyes and ears of the king, sort of gather as much information as you need, and try to look at things. Try to look at things as much as you can from like a balanced perspective, but also don't make decisions that will just like really make your stability and your material essence shaky. Like, don't do anything that would really knock you off of your game, or you don't want to be set back by. No one wants to be set back by a decision they made, but you especially, because I feel like you are the one that's trying to get away, because you can't stop thinking about something, or just something else really has your attention. I feel like, Aquarius, and this is tied to like a bigger lesson about stability, but also like tradition within relationships, and just like there's something that you're really thinking about doing, or really trying to move forward. Maybe you're trying to move towards more stability, and but I feel like the way that you get there, or the things that end up happening, is not necessarily what you thought they were going to be. I feel like this is going to trigger something deeper inside of you. But yeah, I would just say for the advice, try to definitely stay grounded, but just try to stay open to new possibility and gathering, new intel about, okay, if you want to separate, or if you want to find a new job, like what does that look like? Like more of like in a planning sort of sense than anything. We'll get a few oracle cards, and I'll leave it here for you guys. So, any oracle for my Aquarius? Says adjustments are required. So yeah, certainly this is like an adjustment period where you're having to figure things out, make different arrangements, even some things that you thought you were going to have to do. And I don't think it's going to be an easy decision. I don't think you're going to be satisfied necessarily, like fully satisfied with either decision that you make, because like something that you really once cared about is now like coming to an end, or at least for now, it's just like, it's not again matching your frequency. So this is sort of an uncomfortable period, but I think you'll be fine in the end. Let's see again. You and your loved ones are safe. And step out of your comfort zone. So yeah, Aquarius, definitely have those hard conversations. Know that in the end, like, go about it in the most like diplomatic way you can, but also understand that you can't please everyone, and if things just aren't working, they're not working. Like, they're not for you. So I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.